purse around her shoulder, told me she needed to bring some friends home, and she'd be right back. A few hours go by. A few hours go by, and she finally answers her phone. Mom, I'm right around the corner. I'll be home in a second. This was at 9:45. By 9:50, she was dead. I can hear the car crashing into several mailboxes, one after the other. The squealing of the tires, the breaking of the glass, the crunch as it completely goes through a telephone pole, cuts it in half, and the flipping of my car. In that dead silence. And I wasn't even there. The thoughts go through my mind of what my daughter went through that night. What she felt, what was going through her head when they first hit those mailboxes. The horrified she must have been through. Lexi was just like any of you guys. She was fun, she was beautiful. She played volleyball, softball, dance, soccer. She loved friends. She started hanging out with kids older than her when she got into 8th grade, which got her into trouble. It started making her make bad decisions with older kids and giving into peer pressure. Sorry. Which made choices hard. And when you start hanging out with kids older than you and you start making bad choices, this could be the outcome. At least once a day, I dream of my daughter. Actually, every single day, multiple times. But this one dream that I dream of every single day will haunt me forever. I'm holding my daughter's arm, and I can still feel her. I'm singing her a lullaby, and I'm kissing her hand as she lays in her coffin. Something that I will never, ever get out of my head. Something a parent should never have to see, ever. Lexi had made some goals that I found after she had died. They were freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. And by her senior year, she wanted to have applied to ASU. She wanted to be the captain of her volleyball team. She wanted to be the captain of her softball team. She wanted to have traveled to Italy and not give in to peer pressure. Do you think that number 5 should have been number 1 freshman year? I know some of this doesn't apply to some of you, and you may think it's still funny and be laughing up there. My heart is forever broken. A part of me died that night, and I will never be the same person ever again. If you don't want your mom, your dad, your brother or sister to go through the horrific nightmare that we go through daily, make good choices. I'm sure you guys heard over and over and over again, do not drink and drive. You guys know that. Don't get in a car with a drunk driver. My daughter got in a car with supposedly a sober driver. They stopped somewhere. The sober driver let the drunk driver then continue to drive. They made it a half mile before he ripped himself through that telephone pole and took my daughter's life. Any kind of impairment, do not get in the car. Make a phone call, do whatever you need to do to get out of that vehicle. Do not let your friends get in that car and drive away. Can't tell you how many people have told me, oh, I saw them drunk up there. I saw him over here. Take the keys away. Call the police. Tell them where they're at. Stop another family having to go through what my myself, her little brother, and her dad have to go through every single day for the rest of our lives. I will never see my daughter get married. I will never, ever get to hold her grandkids. I didn't get to see her graduate from high school, and I don't get to see her off to college. Make good choices in your lives, you guys. Honor your mom and dad. Honor my Lexi. Honor her memory. Make good choices. Thank you.
My name is Janelle with Oregon Impact, and Oregon Impact arranges crash reenactments like you've seen today. While your fellow students were in this accident, this is something that we see every single day just from one bad choice. So we hope that when you have the opportunity, you'll make the right choice. We want to thank a few of our safety partners today that make this happen and donate their time and materials. Clackamas Fire 1, AMR Ambulance, Bud's Towing, and Wildo 7.5.
Francisco Romero was an outgoing upbeat guy. He was dedicated and a hard-working student athlete. His family included 2 younger brothers who looked up to him and wanted to be like him, and a younger sister who looked to him for advice. He had plans to attend Bloomfield College and major in business law. He planned to play football and participate on the track team. After college, he planned to live near his family again and have a happy future with his girlfriend, Kayla. Now Francisco faces many years of jail for 4 counts of manslaughter. He will not be able to be a police officer as he had wanted.
Micaiah Broussard was a senior at Milwaukie High School. He was dedicated to basketball and track throughout his high school career. His future plans were to attend Portland State and major in architecture. He loved to spend time with Alexis, his girlfriend, for 2 years, and everyone else around him. He is survived by his mom, dad, and stepmom, along with his older sister and his 2 younger siblings that look up to him.
TJ Fisher, a junior, loved to play baseball and soccer. He was on varsity teams for both sports. Since the accident and the severe injuries to his body, TJ won't be able to play any sports for his senior year and maybe for the rest of his life. TJ and his family are devastated since they love to watch TJ play and have fun. Also, because of his injuries and the enormous medical bills, TJ will probably not be attending college since his family will no longer be able to afford it.
Kayla Hammond was a sophomore at Milwaukie High. Kayla was a very honest and kind young woman who was a friend to a great many people. She had a 4.0, always one of the top students in her class. Kayla loved spending time with her family and her boyfriend, and in addition to being smart, she was also an athlete. She participated on Milwaukee's volleyball and track teams. Kayla's dream was to attend Princeton University and to be a lawyer helping others.
Alexis Noreen was a junior at Milwaukie High School who participated in volleyball, basketball, and track while upholding a 4.0 GPA all 3 years of high school. Her aspirations included receiving 12 sportsman letters, being involved in the arts, and acquiring all A's throughout her high school career so that she could be a valedictorian. She leaves behind her parents, 5 siblings, and nieces and nephews who are all devastated with losing her. She had dreams of playing basketball at a 4-year university and wanted to become an elementary school teacher.
Natalia, or Nada, as her friends call her, Sarah Finchen, is a senior in the Milwaukie Academy of the Arts. She was crazy about being on stage for theater and orchestra, She was all about having fun and being spontaneous, except if it came to someone getting hurt. Because of this crash, she lost a few of her good friends. She will be forever haunted and grieving over the fact that this all could have been prevented with a smart decision of refusal.
As a senior at Milwaukie High School, Shelby Sharon's whole life changed. She was forced to live her life confined to a wheelchair because she was paralyzed from this accident. The changes have brought many challenges, and she can no longer continue to play volleyball, a sport she loved. Her goal of going to college has been put on hold due to huge expenses related to her injuries. She suffers from depression. It is hard for her to function every day, especially with the thought that she lost her best friends and her boyfriend, Nelson. She lives with the guilt that she has ruined her family's lives because her parents can't retire as planned. The worst part is she will never walk again. Her dream of being a graphic designer is now a distant dream as she deals with being paralyzed for life.
Nelson Wadman was a senior and was proud to be a Mustang. Nelson had dreams of attending Pacific University and then OHSU in order to become a pediatrician. He also wanted to play rugby for the Portland Pigs Rugby Club. Nelson enjoyed jokes, sports, and being with his friends, family, and his girlfriend. But because of one poor decision, Nelson will never be able to achieve his dreams. His younger brother won't have an older brother to grow up with. His father will have no one to arm wrestle with after dinner, and his mother will have no one to watch Dog the Bounty Hunter with. Instead, his family will be left with an empty bed, lots of grief, and the burden of paying for a funeral.
We'd like to thank you for your attention today. On behalf of the firefighters, the paramedics, the police officers, the Wild 107.5 people, the reason we come out here to do this for you guys is to hopefully to make a little bit of a difference in your lives, okay? To try to make you make good decisions, right? Phone a friend, phone a family member. Don't get in cars that have intoxicated people in them, all right? This is what we're here for. We're going to have Mr. Pender give you your final of the day here.
You heard, you saw the whole thing. You heard the speakers, Mr. Wilkins, Mrs. Spencer, talk about how important you all are. The one last thing I want to tell you is that you have the power to prevent anything happening like this or any other tragedy. You have that knowledge. When you have the knowledge of something happening, please seek help for your friends. Keep your friends safe. We're going to go back now to our first period classes for a few minutes. If you take some